Well, here I am, sitting in a travel bistro. What does that mean? I want you to gather with me as though we are sitting down at a table in a bistro and we're talking about travel. Now, it can be any kind of travel. And in this new podcast that I'm launching, I will be talking about various modes of travel, various places of travel, because my well is pretty deep when it comes to travel. Gary, my partner, and I have traveled via many modes of transportation, including a helicopter, although that was a short ride in a Black Hawk. Totally terrifying. But we can't travel right now. We are in the middle of a pandemic. We are in COVID-19 lockdown. It's May 2020. So, real travel for us, leisure travel, travel for fun, is on hold for many, many, many people. Certainly for us. But I can still travel with you. You can share your stories with me if you want to podcast with me. But I want you to imagine that we're sitting in a bistro and we're selecting from the many choices you have. You can have coffee, you can have tea, you can have whatever while you chat. And I will be doing the chatting unless you decide to come on the podcast with me. My first podcast that I plan is the very first cruise that Gary and I took back in 2002. It's a long time ago, but I may go back even deeper than that in our travels. That is yet to be determined, but that was our first cruise. And it really wasn't supposed to be in 2002, but that's the way it turned out. And that will be the subject of my first podcast, the story of what went wrong and why, and how did we turn it around and do that cruise, that very first cruise. Cruising was not something that we had particularly ever wanted to do. We flew everywhere. We took long car trips, that sort of thing, but uh, we went for it for a specific reason, and it didn't work out the way we had planned at all. Much like life, while you're making plans, other things happen to completely change the course. I will be talking about our extensive train travel that we have done, plane travel, car travel, and yes, cruise travel. We have written about cruising. We have a website called northpalmbeachlife.com, and on that you will find a lot of our travel stories. Gary has done freelance writing for travel publications, so we're not newbies to this. Gary and I both have had media careers. That's our background. And for me, podcasting is sort of my thing. Is that because I love to talk? I guess. But it's also a good way to share information. And you, as the listener, can take it with you if you so desire while you're going on a walk, a jog, a run, in your car, uh, while you're cooking. You can take my podcast with you if you want to. It's where you don't have to read. You can just listen. Just like just like a radio broadcast. So that's why I do these. I have two others right now. I've done podcasting for a while, but the two current ones that are active right now are Pammy's Chit Chat, and that covers everything in the world. And the other one is called My Father's Tales, and there are only 15 of those. Those uh, you will find those on our website. We have a YouTube channel by the same name, northpalmbeachlife.com. You will find My Father's Tales on YouTube as well. iTunes, we're all over the place. So as I prepare to launch this new one, Travel Bistro, I hope you will join me, and I hope you will travel with me in this way that we can can make happen right now. So imagine you're with me in a bistro. Let's do it. Travel on.